Well, welcome. Let me pop this other one out. Hello there. This is Bernaid Flurnoy. Welcome to my art studio. Glad to have you here. I'm an art teacher by day. Let me make sure I introduce myself. If you're running through here, make sure you pop in and say hello. Art teacher by day, portrait painter by night and weekends, paint party instructor, and now I'm hosting some myself. So I am welcoming you into my studio as I create various things. I like to give some tips and work with a few tool suggestions, and of course, some painting techniques, especially for the new painter, the beginner. So, welcome. What are you creating today? Sometimes I call this art practice. You know, I'm just going to say it's just a creative time. I hope that you're taking time out to have some self care. This is my self care. I love to create, I love to teach, and I love to invite people in. So I am going to put on the paint cam. Oh, let me pop over. Hey, good morning. Let me see. Let me add this one to the stream. I was torn between painting this today and that Pat Jones has already painted it. I've painted this one previously. It's really like a fun makeup artist or somebody that loves makeup. But today, I am going to do the Afro lady with the hoops. Okay, this is the one that I'm going to paint today. I've been wanting to paint this one for the longest. So we're going to do that today. Let me make sure, is this going the right way? Nope, my camera is not going the right way. So hold on, let me pop that one out, and then I'll grab the piece of wood that's been back here. And there's Bob. Okay, so let me get my other camera situated, and then we're going to get started. There we go. I call myself having it ready a little bit before the countdown timer finished. Okay, I think, because I kept looking at it, it's like, why am I twisting this the wrong way? All right, let me get these off of the table. Some more deliciousness. I think I'm going to turn this one into a paint kit. I did this one during the pandemic, and I really did enjoy this one. This, of course, is another Delencia design. I just modified it a little bit. This is actually, did I put this? You know what? I put the Afro lady from my website in the description. This, of course, is just something cute. It's cold again today. It's been mild. And then just some more lips. All right, let me get those out of the way. And this is the main event today. Oh, I've just been waiting. The guidelines are on there. This is a 12-inch wood piece. And let me flip this camera down. Now, I always have my... Well, I'm about to tell a big old fib then, because my normal piece of foam, is it over here? No, it is not, y'all. What's going on? Because I reuse that one over and over again. So I guess we will be trying something new and different today. Did somebody come through here and throw it away? Oh, no, here it is. Because I'm about to say, no, this is at least a year or so old. And I like to reuse and reuse and reuse. Let's see. Let me flip these cameras around here. I forget how to do it. And I'm going to have to get my charger. Oh. So let me remove this one. And let me add that one, and let me flip it. There we go. All right. So welcome again. We're going to get started in just a moment. My computer is starting. The engine is taken off. So let me go ahead and deal with that. Let's see if we can get you down a little bit. That is so far away, isn't it? Mm, mm, mm. All right, well, there it is. Let me go ahead and stop right quick because otherwise that engine is just going to run and wear itself out. Am I squeezing out stuff? Let me go ahead and handle that. All right. Okay, now we are officially plugged in. Okay, so I'm going to say this is part one. Yes, this one is delicious. Delicious. And I just put it on my website today. Um, Miss Jones, go right on through there. You know what to do. You've got that special code. Run right on through there. Okay, let's see. Is this? I keep looking at it because it's this one that I have been painting with. Ah, it is. Let me go ahead and open these up. Is this mine? Or is this? Okay, because I'm about to say, I'm looking to see if this is one that I have used. Now I have it out here as like, let's see, there we go. As like a demo for the art kits. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and put this right here just because, so I don't wipe it all away. I'm just going to put that right there. Now that's not going to really help what we're painting, but I'd just much rather just put it right here. Now painting on this wood is really fun and it's different. So if you haven't painted on, this is MDF board. What is that? Like a composite where they take every bit of the sandpaper, but not what do you call it? See, I can't even think of the word, y'all. Sawdust. That's the child. Maybe I should have come on a little bit later. This little mind here. Woo, we're gonna keep moving. All right, let me put that back over there. I want to mix up a little bit of brown for you. Let's see, I have used these plates, and you see I just don't throw them out. I need to stop. Look at this. I'll go with this one. This one is nice, bright and cheery. So I want to mix up a little bit of brown for you just to show you that you can do it. And I'm looking over here to see if I have my little color wheel. I do not, but since this is one of those days, I am going to go and get that one as well. Popping open all of the colors. I have a quick reference example. Beautiful. I may switch it up a little bit. So that's just back off over here. And let me make sure I have it over here too. I do have it. There it is. Mm-hmm. Now I'm hoping that my, what do you call it? My computer engine, for whatever reason, sometimes when I go live, it pulls a lot of, what do you call it? CPUs. And then that engine gets going. All right. I'm going to say Let me come into you here. I'm going to say 3 parts red, 3, maybe 4 parts red to 1 part black. That's what I did last week when I was working on this image. All right, so let me go ahead. Now I may need to, it's not a whole lot of black area, but I may need to make sure I have plenty of it. But I think I still have a container of black over here. So I'm getting 3 hefty doses of black, and I'm trying to push it out in a relatively small space. I'm just going to get maybe like a little half. Let me get the whole, okay. So let me go ahead and get the other half of the black. So I'm going to say that may have been 4 to 1. So I'm just mixing this up. And you want to try to keep the mix area. You can't see a thing, can you? Can't see a thing, Lord. I'm over here mixing and pointing. You can't see nothing. There we go. I'm over here just mixing and pointing, and you can't see a thing. So I'm going to get just another little smidge of black. So yeah, I'm going to say 3 to 1 is probably a good ratio. And I'm going to add a little bit of yellow in here just to warm it up. Oh, I'm messing up my yellow. Okay, so now basically that orange and black gives us a good, I'm going to throw just a little bit of blue down in here to neutralize it a little bit because it's a lot of red and it is all in my brush, y'all. So I'm just kind of squeezing it out so I can go get just a little bit more yellow. Ooh, my yellow, I'm messing it up. Okay. All right. So this is a nice brown. Let me get this light over here. This is a very nice, it's a reddish brown. I guess I can add a smidge more blue to cool it up just a little bit more. Okay. And if you get tired of mixing, just go buy you some paint that's close to the skin color and keep it moving. But sometimes I like to challenge you a little bit, challenge myself because it's fun for me. All right, so I've got that there. I'm going to add a little bit more yellow over here. And I'm trying to get the colors mixed up before we actually start painting. And I'm just pressing this out. Adding that yellow actually does kind of make it closer to the skin tone. So this is a little bit of the lighter. So I've got a little bit of the darker, a little bit of the lighter. I'm trying not to get the glare of the shininess of the paint. Okay, so let's keep it moving. All righty. Did I get it just a little bit? And just so I wouldn't confuse you too much, I just used a separate plate. Okay, so here we go. I forget I got the light color in here. And I'm going with the skin color first. And I'm grateful for the guidelines that are here. But you don't want to fill those up with paint. But I'm going right onto the edge with the light color. And I may or may not need another coat. I'm coming over here for the richer tones. And at this point, I don't believe I'm going to need another coat. Let me come in here just a little bit. And I'm just going to go like right down here. Right up underneath the nose a little bit where I know it's a little bit darker. Let me wet it without cleaning it and just lay it on my napkin. Let me wet my other brush that comes more to a point, and I just wet it and I get the water out. So now this, because you can't see because I'm so far away, y'all. Let's see if I can remove this other one totally. Hold on one second. Working with some of the darker color. All right. Let me get just a little smidge of black right here on the tip and come right in here. Let me get just a little bit. Okay. Let's see if you can see that a little bit better. I'm trying not to get this on the light. Okay, I think you can see that it's starting to shape up a little bit. All right, my paint is really drying out over here. Let me hurry up. Let me move a little bit faster. Oh, I got too much paint. So I go back and I press it out. And I'm just following the guidelines of the provided. Let me put this up here again. Just like to show you kind of what I'm doing. Okay. And now my little light brown is gone. So let's see if we can hurry up. I'm glad I didn't clean out my brush. It's still got some of that in there. I'm going to go pick up some of the darker tone and come right on over here. Should have gone on ahead and done that. Let me get just a, oop, that's too much. Just a smidge of this black. You follow the lines. And coming back with the black in a little while is going to be, oh, the image is going to be stunning. Now, this may be part one of a two-part session. I don't want to keep you too long today, but we may be able to go ahead and knock it on out. Okay, so there we go. All right. Let me just smooth this out. Because you know I will quickly get it on there, but I want you to make sure that once you put it on there that you do kind of smooth it out. But sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes you might want that texture. Okay, So I think, let me put this back up here so you can see that shadow. Let me get the other light. Okay, so it's starting to come together a little bit. Let me try to hold it still. So we've got the shadow. Now you can leave it with just flat color with no shading or shadow indication of shadowing, adding a shadow, but you know, I love portraits. That's my jam. And so this one here, like I said, I've been excited to get to this one. Now this is all brown skin according to our reference. Okay, according to our reference, this is all brown skin. It doesn't have to be, but I'll go ahead and do it because that adds to the elegance, that little curve there. And once again, I'm going to have to mix up some more color, some more of our brown. And I might just have to turn that yellow right on into brown, but I really probably will just need to clean that out. So here we go, mixing up our color again. And I'm just going to add just a smidge of white. Okay, so here we go over here. And I am really trying to push that paint right out of my brush. I'm going right over here to the edge. So when we come back with the black for the hair, or whatever color you want to color your hair, we're just going to have to be careful of the edge going in the other direction. So I'm just going to go ahead and smush all of this on up out of here. I'm going to go gather up some more. Now, once again, like I said, you can go ahead and just get some brown, the color of your skin tone, or beige or peach, you know. So I'm going over here and I just added a little bit of white water, and I probably should have wet the surface just a smidge because it is thirstier than I think the canvas is. But it, in a strange way, it doesn't use as much paint. It just kind of dries out what you have. So I'm smoothing this one out here. This has a little bit more of a red tone here. So let me go and get a little bit of yellow. Let me get up in here. Oh, that might be a little bit too much yellow, y'all. Let me put a little bit of that up here. Warm the face up a little bit. Okay. So that might be a little bit too much yellow right here, but I'm not minding it. Okay. All right. And let me get just a smidge of white over here. And all of my little white has dried up over here. Okay. So I'm going to go right on up in here with just a little smidge. Right along that top border right here. All right. So we're going to see what that looks like when that starts to dry. I'm going to get just a little bit more and put it like right on the tip of that nose. And let's see if we like that or if we need to adjust that. So we're just putting some of this brown right on the tip of this, on the top of the shoulder. And let me go on. Let me get a little bit more. Of the dark tone and add that up underneath here. Okay. Okay. All right. So some of this, when this dries, it gives you like a truer color. So you might need a second coat, especially the way that I'm doing this here. Let me wet my brush. Let me wet this brush. And let me lift this up. You know what? I don't think I sent out the link that I'm actually live. I said I was going live. Look at there. what if this is like, instead of it being black, what if this is, I don't know, like an older senior lady rocking her fro. Mm. See, I love it when we plan, and then I love it when the ideas flow and change a little bit. All right, I'm kind of excited about that. It's a thought. We'll see how this goes. All right, so because that white with that light brown, it's just doing some things over here. That's beautiful. Um, okay, it's kind of drying a little bit. I just wanted to kind of see which direction to go in next. Let me see. Let me get the light up here so you can kind of see that shiny part right here. Oh, you can't see. This little shiny part right here is still kind of wet. So I'm trying to see if what we added near the nose is going to give us some life. Let me see if I can get on up there. Come on, Karen. All right. Okay, and then just a little bit of the modeling on the shoulder. Okay, maybe I'm going to switch this up from this beautiful reference photo, and it is just absolutely stunning. All right, but that's the, let me get on up on her. That's the fun part. Well, I guess I can't. Am I not hitting it? Okay, there we go. Let me go to the front camera. That's the fun part about creating. Let me make sure the light is up. Let me make sure I'm not in the. That's the fun part about creating. Okay, that's the fun part about, planning. It's good to plan, but teachers know how to pivot in the moment, and so do creative folks too. So, welcome, welcome. Hoping you are a creative pivoting in the moment. We're going to continue. Let me go back to our paint cam. And here we go. All right, let's continue. It's drying out, and I don't think the skin color is too bad. And we didn't get that brown out of a bottle. We mixed that one on up. Okay? You can do it. You can do it. So let me see, while I'm right here, which kind of details I want to add here. Let me see if I can just get some of this black paint right on the tip without having to be too much. Okay. All right, let me go back inside of the nose, the nostril area, and make that a little bit darker. Okay, trying to stay within these lines. And I knew I was coming live today, but I still went on ahead and had some coffee now. I'm just going to tell on myself. I still went on ahead and had that coffee, y'all. Okay. So that little line there inside of the, girl, be still. If you could tell that I added just a little smidge in there. Okay, I did. Now, which way are we going to go with this hair? I probably need to put that it ships, in a couple of days. I may go back and add that to the description. This to me is just fun, fun, fun. You know what? I'm just going to kind of keep some of this here. And let's just go on up in here and mess around with this white. Let's get a little bit of this black here. Now, also, just FYI, this just reminded me, this wood is also going to eat your brush up. So I'm going to suggest for like this background work here that you do not use a brush that you cherish and love, because it's gonna eat your brush up. So I can get out a paper towel and go in here, maybe get a piece of crushed aluminum foil and go on back in here and go to town and have a good time right here. Let me get a little bit of this red out here. All right now. So this brush, I'm just saying goodbye to it already because we're about to wear it out. Yes, the coffee. The coffee. I think we're just going to try to go, I don't know. Are we going to go in creative mode? Might as well. Might as well. Might as well. So let me go ahead back over here and get some more of this black. Because back here is going to be a little bit darker. I probably just need to get a piece of paper towel and go for it. Okay, I'm trying to stay aware of where the edge is right here. My brush is full. So I'm going to go ahead and swipe this one around here. And I'm going to see if I can pull some more. Yep. Going right to the edge. I've got a lot of white out here. Now you can go to town and have an extraordinarily good time, or you can just paint it black. And I'm going to come right on around here. Now I'm going to save the hoop earrings to last. But before I do, let me get just a little smidge of water and try to push out some of this paint so I can control this edge right here. And I'm going to probably get a smaller brush before I mess up. Now you see I'm probably not going to stop until I do a whoops. Try not to do one today, but you know, that's just part of it. But what I've liked since I crossed that 50-yard mark, that, you know, take a few chances. I know how to fix a few things. Can't fix every mistake now. But some of these, you know, we can fix. All right, so we are going to push out some more of this paint. It's all up in there. So this brush will not look the same. Chip brush. Yeah, the throwaway cheap. All right, so we are just going right along this face with this hair right here. And I probably need to get just a little smidge. I'm going to have to look that word up. I use it a lot. Smidge. I love it. I hope it's a real word. A little bit. We're going right along here. I think I'm going to get a little bit of black right here for some of the shadow areas. Back here a little bit. Now I could sit here. Like I've already said that this is like my self-care. I could sit here and just keep going. Just trying to mix some of this back up over in here. Okay. Ooh, that orange is pretty. I think I'm going to pop this with a little orange, y'all. It's not summertime yet, but spring is right around the corner. So let's see. Let's take a look and see. Let me make sure my brushes are wet so they don't dry out so much. Let's get a little bit of light and let's see what we're doing over here. Okay, so that black, Brene, would you mind being still? Let's get up in this face. That face is giving me a little life, y'all. And the shadow is nice. And the skin tone is nice. I think we're going to have us a little bit of a good time. Ooh, and it's just a nice big surface right there where you can get in there and just, ooh, go for it. I think I am. And I'm not going to try to mix my orange. I'm just going to go with like the chemical super bright. Sometimes when you mix your own, it's not as bright and vivid as at the factory. But you know what? I think I'm going to use a second little brush here. Let me wet this out. Let's wet this up here. And I'm just going to just kind of give this a quick little drink of water. And like I said, you should not use a brush that you love and cherish for when you are, what do you call it? Just kind of getting started on this wood. So we're just kind of giving it like a little bit of a light. And I thought about making this white down here. And really make that dark skin pop. Thought about it. Still might do it, but that orange, maybe it could have like a little orange pattern or something. I don't know. Still making up my mind. Let's see. We have good time. And like I said, I'm trying to decide whether or not we're going to do a part 1 and a part 2. Finish up next week for Black History Month. The iconic Afro. All right, so we're going right along there. Let me lift this up. Let's see how this is looking. That white is nice and elegant. How beautiful. I don't know who had this design, but I'm so grateful to be able to paint it. So everything doesn't have to be original. Sometimes that kind of stops us because sometimes the ideas might not flow, and that's okay. We can borrow someone else that wants to share, and then we can improvise. Just kind of turns on our little creative juices. Love it. Love the folks that want to share. All right. So we've got our first coat on here. And I could have used a bigger brush, but like I said, I know in some of the paint parties, it's like, here's a bigger brush. For some of the ones that I've had a couple years ago. But I understand this motion, just painting, is very cathartic. It's very relaxing. It's every stroke is solving a problem. It has a purpose. So I totally get it. And I almost need to, let me get some water out here to thin this brush down, to flatten it out. Almost need to go right back here, especially along these dark edges. Now I'm trying to stay in the lines so that the gold will pop on top of it. Okay. just to give it, what do you call it, like a little bit of a primer base coat, because the gold is pretty transparent. So I know I would have to give, now see, I don't even mind the white earrings, y'all. And I still haven't gone back here. I'm just gonna go ahead since it's right here and give this, because I might decide not to do gold. What's that? Foxy Brown. I couldn't think of her name. I was trying to think, giving me Foxy Brown vibes over here. Okay. The original Foxy Brown. Oh goodness. And her name is just right outside of my head. Oh, the actress. Let's put this up here and let's see where we're going with this. Y'all, I can't even pick it up. Okay, there we go. Let's see where we're going. Let's get the light. And let's see. Okay, the paint cam. Let's go back this way. Down. Okay, then I'm hitting that light. All right. So, I kind of like those white earrings, y'all, and that white. I don't know. I don't know. Who's that? Thelma from Good Times also rocked that afro for a while. I might need to put a post out and see who everybody's favorite is that rocked an afro from the 70s and 80s, late 60s. Now I'm trying to make sure I'm remembering. I'm looking at the camera. Let's see if I can try to. All right, so we're just going to go right on ahead here. What mark is that? That's 47. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, and this brush, like I said, this brush is about to be done here. But this is one of the ones that is the make and take in the kit, where it's not meant to last a while. But if you're interested in doing more art, then of course, the suggestion is you go ahead and get, upgrade a little bit. Go ahead and get the ones that you want. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to mix up a little bit more with this brown. Okay. Let me get a little bit more of this yellow. A little bit of this blue. A little bit more black. And then now let's go ahead and get some of this white. Get some more of this yellow. And it's kind of feeling purplish. Now, if anything, I'll get the base completely done and then maybe come back with a few little accents next week. Ooh, I'm trying to stay close around this face right here. I'm going to have to turn this around so I can get to it. Let me go ahead and do it this way right here. All right, let me go along here and try to fix up this stuff around this edge here. Let me squeeze out as much paint as I can. Spread down as much. Dip in the water just a smidge. And drag it along this edge right here. Oop. Trying not to mess up the skin tone that I already established. All right. Whoopsie. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Now, I think that my finger's inside of something that's wet. Let me get that off of there. Okay, let me get the small brush. Dip it on over here. Let me drag some more close to the face here. Get up over here. This is a lot of paint, so let me use that. Honey, these little coffee hands are shaking. It's okay if you don't have to get any detail stuff done, but when it's time for detail stuff, oh! All right. Okay, so let's see what's going on up in here. Let's get just a little bit more of this water right here, mix into this paint, and let's cover up this area, and then we'll see which way we want to go. Let me get a little bit more of this paint. Oh, and this brush is not even trying to find a point. Okay. I am looping all the way around right here. And you know what? I don't even know what you're saying, y'all. Let me get closer. So this one has details and it doesn't have like too many details, and it's flexible enough where you can get in there and freestyle. I love it. I have had this design for a minute, and it's like, okay, do I save it for Black History Month? Do I save it for Women's History Month? So it is on Amazon as a bundle with that pair of heels with the crown. Y'all, I am. Let me just wet this right quick. Let me wet these other ones too, because I think it's a little bit of paint left up in here that I need. Y'all, I is happy with what's going on over here. Okay, let's try to get some of this going on. And I love this because all of the colors that'll be coming through here. So it's kind of flat on that other side. Let's get this going. And remember, some of this is wet. It's kind of flat on that other side, and it's giving me, let me see if I can drop this down without hitting this light too much. I didn't use this. So let me get this out of the way. Oopsie. I'll aim it on this camera and then I'll come back out and join. Let's see here. If I could just stop moving, y'all. Part of that's the coffee, okay? Pam Grier. That is, honey, I couldn't think about it. The original Foxy Brown. So this is, I'm trying to show you. I am loving this look. Okay, so we're just going to kind of keep it where it's not a total gray, grayed out look, got a little warmth in there. The other side is kind of neutralized so that the face can still kind of pop out of there. Bam! I'm okay with it. Okay, let me go ahead and clean this brush out. I'm okay with this. How would you paint this? What would you do differently? Would you try to mimic a couple of the examples, or it's like, okay, you see the examples, which gives you some inspiration. Well, we'll grab that. At least it's cleaned out. It gives you some inspiration, but let's see if we can grab a part that's not wet. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, y'all. Now, of course, I would probably just curve this part around here just a little bit more. I would go back there just a little bit with something. Oh yeah, I'm okay with this. Let me get a little bit closer. Let me bring the light closer too so you can see more of what that face is doing. Okay. Let's see if this light is going to be better for y'all over here. And it's just fun. Let me see if I can try to hold it up. And the earrings are white, and I'm not mad at them. I do have my gold over here. Let me try to get this ready. Trying to get that YouTube shot. It's kind of white. It blared out a little bit. Let me move this one light back. But we're going to sign on off here. It's 10:07. I think I popped on about 9:15. There we go. Let me move in closer. There we go. Uh-oh. Let me move it on. Oh, I'm leaving it alone. Let me put that up there. I'm going to leave it alone. Baby, this has brought me some life up in here today. So much fun. Well, it is on the website. And I'm going to go back and put the Amazon link. The Amazon one has this Afro lady. And the only thing I probably would do is maybe pop a little bit of the highlight. Has the Afro lady, and I'm not sure where the completed shoe is. I don't know. It's probably out in one of the bags as an example. So it has the Afro lady and the shoe with the crown, and I've shown that several times before. So I don't know. I guess I could have thought to put it on here this morning. Oh, it's back here. It is here. It's on the shelf. Okay. So here we go. Now I really officially have an example. And I think I'm going to make a hyperlapse of this video and then upload that to YouTube. So here we go. Let me see if I can get this right. It is glowing without any glitter too. That one is right. This one is correct. We get in closer, y'all. When I tell you I enjoy this stuff, bringing things to life is so much fun. Well, thanks for joining. I am inspired to continue on with this day. So I'm so grateful that you were able to join me. And thank you, Miss Jones. You know what to do. Go on through that website. You got your code. Peace to you, beautiful people. Have an amazing rest of your Saturday. I probably will not pop back on since we got to a completed point here, but I will probably upload some YouTube shorts to LinkedIn and Twitter and Facebook. What is that? Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, and I'll probably put something on the Tick and the Talk. Have an amazing rest of your day. This is Brene Flournoy. So grateful that you were able to join me in my studio. Is this art practice or is this art therapy? I'm going to say this is for your creative health. Okay? This is for my creative health, okay? So do something that makes your heart come alive. Do something that makes someone else smile. Spread the love, spread the joy in your lane, in your gifting. Ooh la la. Have an amazing rest of your day. Peace to you. Let me click on out of here now. One day we're going to have it all together. One day I won't even have to worry about this part.